Some of them are filled with grudge. My dogs are the realest dogs.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be making some Rasta pasta using oxtail, good old oxtail Rasta pasta. So this is just an overview of all the ingredients that I'm going to be using today. I'm definitely going to have everything in the description box below for you guys so you can follow along, all the measurements, the ingredients, everything like that. So if you want to see how this Rasta pasta turns out, then definitely keep on watching. Okay, so first things first, I have my oxtail right here. This is roughly 2 pounds of oxtail. I'm going to start by cleaning it. I'm going to be using some lemon juice, and I'm also going to be using some vinegar. So like I said in my original oxtail video, I always clean my oxtail. Sometimes I use lemon juice by itself, sometimes I use vinegar by itself. Today I'm using both, just for a little added cleaning. So you guys can refer to my oxtail video. I'm gonna leave the link down below in the description box. To kind of like speed up the process a little bit today, I'm not gonna be going fully through everything. I'm just gonna give you guys an overview. So in terms of dry seasoning for the oxtail, I used black pepper, meat tenderizer, seasoned salt, cayenne pepper, and garlic powder. In my original video, I used some ingredients that were a bit different, but for the most part, it's gonna be the same flavor, same thing. So you guys could follow my original oxtail video, but for today, since I'm making Rasta pasta, I'm just switching things up a little bit. And I also use red, green, and yellow bell peppers, scallion, scotch bonnet pepper, browning, onion, garlic, and thyme. So this is the oxtail all seasoned. I'm gonna have all the measurements and all the ingredients of what I use to season it below right here on the screen, and it's also gonna be in the description box. The only thing that's missing from this is some pimento seeds. That's an optional step. I just ran out of pimento seeds, so I didn't get to add any in, but everything else is just as good. And like I said in my original oxtail video, I used a little bit of different ingredients, but for the most part everything stays the same. So right now I'm gonna just put this in the refrigerator to marinate overnight. If you're pressed for time, then you can just do it for an hour or two, but I like overnight marination, so I'm about to do that and then just cook this baby up tomorrow and show you guys the whole process. So the oxtail has been marinated overnight, and this is what it looks like now. Now I'm about to get ready to braise it. So the flame is currently on medium high. I just added in some oil, and like I said, I'm about to start the braising process. So I'm just gonna take each piece of oxtail and just add it to the oil. So once I added in the oxtail, I'm just gonna allow it to braise on one side for about 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna come back and just flip it over to the other side and allow it to braise on that side. Right here, I'm left over with all the seasonings, all the herbs and spices that I'm gonna add in a little bit later on. So everything's been braising for 10 minutes now. So now I'm just gonna come and turn everything over to the other side. So now it's been braising on this side for 10 minutes. I'm about to start the cooking down process. First, I'm gonna add in some hot water that I had boiling. So this was 4 cups of hot water that I just added. Then I'm gonna add in my seasonings. So I added in the seasonings, and now I'm just about to combine everything all together. So I'm gonna cover the pot, lower the heat to medium, and then just allow it to start cooking. So the oxtail is gonna cook for about 2 hours. So I'm just gonna come and check on it every now and then just to make sure it's not sticking and that it's cooking good. So the oxtail has been cooking for an hour now. So now I'm just coming to make sure that everything is cooking well. And I can already tell that it's getting softer and that it's cooking through. The water is a little bit low, but I'm still gonna leave it like this. I'm not gonna add any more water to it. I'm just gonna allow it to keep cooking down. Make sure that the pepper is still intact. And then just mix everything around and let it keep cooking. I'm gonna cover the pot right now and then just let it keep cooking, and then I'm gonna check on it again in the next like 30 minutes. So this is what everything's looking like right now. So altogether it's been an hour and 30 minutes since the oxtail's been cooking. I'm about to add in my soy sauce, ketchup, brown sugar to thicken up the gravy and just let it simmer a little bit more. So right here I have my soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of ketchup, and 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. So I'm just gonna add this to my gravy and then just allow everything to simmer for another 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna come and check on it if it's tender enough. If it's not tender enough, I'm probably gonna give it like an additional 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna pour this sauce all over. And then just mix everything all together. So I added in 4 cups of water at start, and right now the gravy is kind of low, so I'm just going to add in a little bit of additional water just to make sure that everything gets done. Hot water, just adding in some right there. Make sure the pepper is still intact. Leave it right there on top. Make sure that the heat is on medium and cover it and allow it to cook for the next 30 minutes. So at this point it's been another 35 minutes. Now I'm about to just check to make sure that the oxtail is tender and see if it needs more time or not. So I'm just going to do a little taste test. But first I'm going to show you guys, if it's lifting off the bones, then that means that it's super tender and it's good. But I'm going to taste it just to make sure. But look at this. Look at this. Lifting away from the bones. So like I said, I'm going to taste it and see what's going on. Wow. Y'all, this tastes so friggin' good. So the only thing I'm not doing that I usually do with my oxtail is add butter beans. I'm not adding any butter beans to this because, like I said, I'm making Rasta pasta. And I personally don't really prefer butter beans with my Rasta pasta. So in my original oxtail video I added the butter beans so you guys will follow that step. But right now the oxtail is tender, but I'm just going to give it another 5 minutes to kind of simmer on low heat. So I'm turning the heat all the way down. And then while that's happening, I'm going to get started on the penne pasta. I got some water here boiling. This is 4 cups of water. And then I'm going to add about 3 cups of the penne pasta. So I just turned the oxtail off and this is how it's looking. It's tender, so delicious. I'm just waiting for the pasta to get done boiling, and then I'm just gonna show you guys how to either combine it with the pasta or just put it on top, depending on your preference. But I'm gonna show you both ways once I plate everything. I'm just going to give you an overview of the ingredients that you're going to need for the Rasta pasta. So I have some oil here that I'm going to use to saute the peppers and stuff like that. I have my penne right here. This is the Barilla brand. I have a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, and the yellow bell pepper. I have this Mexican 4 cheese blend. I have my heavy whipping cream, some Alfredo sauce, some jerk seasoning. This is the Walker's Wood traditional Jamaican jerk seasoning, the hot and spicy one. I have some garlic powder, parsley flakes, some minced garlic because I'm just being a little bit lazy today. I don't feel like actually mincing my own garlic, but I'm going to be using this. And then last but not least, I have some seasoned salt. So I'm going to show you guys how I use each of these ingredients. So right now I'm just going to add the peony into the water and get this started. So I just added in a little bit of salt, and now I'm just gonna mix everything around and allow this to boil. You could use the box instructions, or you could just allow it to boil until it's al dente. I allow mine to boil for about 11 to 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna allow this to boil and then come back, throw the water off, and start the pasta. So the pasta is done. I already drained the water off. Now I'm about to get my peppers ready, my garlic and everything like that ready, and start making the pasta. So I have my peppers washed. I'm only going to be using half of each of the bell peppers, and then now I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to julienne it. If you see my original Rasta pasta with shrimp video, then you know how I cut my peppers. I'm just going to do it really quickly for the sake of this video, and then show you guys what it looks like after. So this is what the peppers look like after I'm done julienning them. I basically just slice them thin, and yeah, I'm about to just get everything ready to saute. I have my frying pan right here. I have some oil in it. I put about 1 tablespoon of oil to just saute everything up together. I'm gonna add the peppers in, and I'm gonna also add some garlic in. This amount of garlic in, and then just everything around. I don't want my peppers and stuff to be too cooked out, but I still want it to have, you know, a nice little crunch to it, but still not raw completely. So I just added in a little bit more oil, as you can see right here. Gonna mix everything around, and then just allow it to saute for about 3 to 5 minutes. So everything's been sauteing for about 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna prepare the sauce and add all the ingredients in for the sauce. Gonna mix everything all together. Right now the stove is on medium heat. Just gonna allow this to thicken up a bit. Just added in 1 tablespoon of the Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. Then I'm just gonna combine all the flavors together. Now it's time to add the pasta in and then season that. Once that's added in, just gonna go ahead and then just mix everything all together. Cooking is all about combining flavors, so each time you add something new to the pot, you want to make sure that you're mixing it all together. Make sure that everything is nice and sauced up. Now I'm going to lower the heat to low, and then just add in my parsley flakes, my garlic powder, and my seasoned salt. Just a little sprinkle of each. Right now I'm adding in the seasoned salt and some parsley flakes, some garlic powder. Once again, mix everything all together to combine the flavors. The last thing I'm going to add into this is just a little bit more jerk sauce, just to give it a little bit more spicy effect. Depending on how spicy you want yours or not spicy, then you could just opt out of this step and just leave it with the 1 tablespoon of jerk sauce that I added in earlier. But I know I'm gonna want mine a little bit spicier, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add in a little bit more of the jerk seasoning. So I added in that much more of the jerk seasoning. Just gonna combine everything all together like I've been doing. Like I said, I'm gonna show you guys both ways of how you could serve this up. You could either add oxtail inside of this just as it is, or you could just serve the oxtail on top. I'm gonna show you guys both options today, and then you kind of decide which way you would want to eat it. So the pasta is all done right now. Now I'm about to separate it so I can show you guys the 2 ways to serve it. So this is the oxtail, and I just added in a few pieces, and now I'm just going to mix everything all together. I'm not going to add too much sauce from the oxtail to it because it's already like separating and adding some of the sauce from the oxtail to the pasta. And I don't want to drench it in like gravy sauce or anything like that, so just basically mixing everything all around, combining the flavors, but I am gonna add just a tiny bit of the sauce, like this much, and then just mix everything all together. So once everything is mixed all together, then that's it. You can have the oxtail in the pasta, or you could have it on top, which I'm gonna show you next. So everything's all done and plated. This is the one with the oxtail served on top, and then this is the one with the sauce mixed in and the oxtail in the pasta. So let me know which one you guys prefer, on top or mixed in. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. As always, please be sure to subscribe and like this video. If you have any recipes that you want to see here on my channel, then be sure to let me know, and I got you.
They are clean, filled with love, and me medication sharp like stud.